And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel. A big Saturday to get to, but real quick, let's recap that very popular hittable Stronach 5 yesterday. They bet 209,000 into it yesterday, Keith. So a very healthy Stronach 5. It kicked off here, Laurel Park, race 8. I thought there was a lot of speed in that race. I hit the all button. It was a very competitive 6-horse field. I hit the all button, and I get a $13 Jamie Ness Trevor McCarthy horse to kick it off. Then my single one, leg B, and then another favorite at Golden Gate. The $21 horse I didn't have on my on-air ticket. Didn't have that horse. Deeper ticket, you have the horse. It was a Richard Mandela Candy Ride first-time starter. Then I had the horse at Gulfstream in the finale. So, but yeah, I hit the all button here at Laurel Park. How about the Jamie Ness Trevor McCarthy horse paying $13 to kick it off?
Yeah, one of the horses kind of bucked up I thought there was a bias yesterday for the most part. Inside was pretty strong most of the day, and storming my way. Maybe the last two races, things got a little went awry there from maybe a bias standpoint. It was wide every step, a grinding run, Stroll smoking, looked home, leaving the quarter pole. Just couldn't hold on late, and a big charge from Divine Interventio fell just short. But, yeah, $13 to get you started. A couple chalks in there that winner. Yeah, I was around for that Santa Anita race. That horse came rolling on the outside to get up. Did you have the 8 horse at all, the Doug O'Neill, do you remember, in that Santa Anita race?
Santa Anita race 3, leg D. I had the 3-7 on my on-air ticket.
All right.
The 3 was Silence. The 7 was Sky Jumper. The Doug O'Neill, the 8 Big Cheddar, the first-time gelding horse. I didn't have that horse.
He got. Yeah.
I liked Odessa a little bit, who paid $21.20 there. The Candy Ride Colt, first-time starter. So now a correction there on the Stronach 5 recap board that you're looking at there, leg E, Gulfstream Park. That should be race 10 for leg E of that Stronach 5 yesterday. Leg E was Gulfstream Park, race 10. That was a turf race going long, won by the Yako won it, I believe, $7.60 winner, Antonio Sano, Tyler Gaffleone. I'll double-check my press release, but I'm pretty sure I saw Yako, the winner. But that was Gulfstream Park, race 10 as leg E. So that was the Stronach 5 yesterday. That's in the books. Let's get right to a big day today. 4 stake races for you this afternoon here at Laurel Park. Let's show you the stake races we have. The What a Summer, the Fire Plug, the Geisha, the Jennings, 4 big stake races. We have lots of information, videos, and stats to show you for those races. Stakes action starts in race 3. A big super stake Saturday like today, Keith, and I know there's big preps all over the country. Get you ready for the 3rd Saturday in May at Pimlico. It'll be a lot warmer for the middle jewel of the Triple Crown, the People's Race, the People's Party. Preakness 145. Tickets on sale now. Go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information.
Big weekend on tap. Little Black-Eyed Susan Day. I think that's right. Yeah, Morgan's my daughter's birthday falls on Black-Eyed Susan Day this
May
year.
May 15th?
Oh, I'm sure she'll probably be out there.
Turfside Terrace. You got to get her to the good seats, right?
We have to,
Turfside Terrace.
See if we know some people around here. Maybe hook her up for her birthday before she jet sets her way off to college. So, looking forward to the Preakness weekend, as always.
All right, let's get right to it today. Let's show you a picture of the main track, and the weather is perfect right now. Don't worry about any weather reports you're hearing right now. It's a perfect, cool winter, crisp winter day right now. There's no snow, no rain, no nothing right now, and the track looks perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've got it sealed, just a little protect measure, but fast right now. We're going to go fast,
all right.
And sealed. And
what's the conditions, boy? What do we have for the weather and everything?
Oh,
okay, I'm sorry.
Chilly, probably in the 30s, right, Stan?
Yeah, it's in the 30s. Maybe not as windy as yesterday.
No,
right now, so that's good. Not a big wind chill factor. Okay, let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to start the Rolling Super High 5. That's a low 15% takeout we have in the Rolling Super High 5. There's the carryover. Race 1, a little over $900. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on the Rolling Super High 5 throughout the day. Also, race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5 with that mandatory payout, industry low, 12% takeout. It paid early pick 5, paid $10,000 yesterday, day before.
The day before yesterday was 4 or 5, 1747.
That's right,
We had a slew of prices. Then the late pick 5 yesterday was 3,162. So
That's right.
Following a trend of big payouts. If you're not playing the Pick 5 at Laurel, you are missing out on probably the best bet in horse racing.
Absolutely, with that low 12% takeout. Here we go. Race 1. The undercard races are phenomenal today. Nice job by the whole racing office putting on a big card today. Race 1, maiden special weight going 6 furlongs for filly mares 4 and up. The one song of the night for trainer Todd Beatty. We both like the one. That's a 7-5 morning line favorite, 4-year-old daughter of Tisnell. You have a stat here for trainer Todd Beatty. Let's check it out. Here we go.
How about this stat? 9 for 13 over the last 3 years, 69% with maidens and dirt sprints, first after the trainer switch. Okay, they go to his barn, and they just rock and roll and get the maiden broken. Now, granted, I think all of them were at Penn. That's where he's based. But song of the night, it comes in west to east, was running at Golden Gate, Pleasanton, Del Mar. Pretty steady numbers in the lower 60s. Shows tactical speed. I think will be very close, if not on the lead today from the inside with Trevor McCarthy. My top selection is going to be the 2 So Gracious, wheeling right back in 11 to 29 days. It's a 42% win clip over the last couple of years here for Brittany Russell. I like that a lot. So Gracious, taking the rate last time. I don't want to see this horse too far away from Song of the Night. These two might emerge in a little bit of a match race. Zig improved last time. Might need to move up a little bit more, but I think might be just a slight cut just under the top two. But 2-1-5-4, we're right along on the same one.
It's a nice maiden special weight. I like a Tisnell filly on top. You have a Speightstown filly on top, and then you have the local fillies by Seville and Great Notion. So a nice maiden special weight here in race 1 to kick off that early pick 5. Another maiden special weight for you. Nice early daily double, 2 maiden special weights. Race 2 to kick off the early pick 4. 7.5 furlongs for straight 3-year-old fillies here in race 2. I go with the 4 or bet on top from the Lacey Gaudette barn. Alex Centron to ride his 3-year-old daughter of Orb, and she has a good foundation underneath her, a real good second last out. Going 7 furlongs. She has a couple 1-mile races under her belt as well, so she'll be dead fit for the 7.5 furlongs. She went to the front last out going 7 furlongs, and she laid just off the pace going a mile, so she'll be part of the pace today going 7 furlongs. Might try to go right to the front once again. I use her on top. You pick her second.
Yeah, I mean, the road's probably going to go through her. She might have a little bit of pressure from the one Mary Song. Factor in the heat for Mary up with a 5. Pretty good off the layoff. Chase, try to make a little bit move and fade. Will she move up off of that? Yeah, Orbet, I think, is the one to catch, no doubt about it, the one to beat. We got a couple interesting firsters in here. The 6, Mama's Grey Ghost. I'm going to take a shot here. 7.5 furlong distance. A real, not a distance we run a ton of. A tricky distance, certainly, for horses running first time out. But this filly's by Violence. Violence is with about 23% of the first-time starters on the dirt. The mare was 0 for 4, but, man, you've got like a 23-time winner in the family. So you've got winners there. They've run fast. Why not take a shot? Sheldon and Ferrier have teamed up to do quite well. I'm just taking out a new face. And even the 7, Miss Tap Dance, you don't have in the mix. So Jamie Ness does not run a ton of horses, maiden special weight. Maybe this horse wants to go a little bit longer, but Tapiture has surely done well, about 20% with his first-time starter. So in the mare, she was all right. She made $135,000 and won quite a few races. So 6-4, 7-3 to get you going. 3-horse might come up and close from the back of the pack with Trevor.
All right, so a couple maiden special weights to set the table for all the stakes action. Yeah. Stakes action starts here in race 3. The $100,000 What a Summer filly mares 4 and up. A wide open stake here, going 6.5 furlongs. Some nice fillies in here. I go with the 8-5. So do you. We both have the 8-5 morning line favorite on top. The 3 needs supervision from the Jerry O'Dwyer barn, 4-year-old daughter of Painter. She stepped up to Grade 3 company last out up there in Aqueduct. We'll talk about that race in a second, but let's show you the race from November 30th right here at Laurel Park in the $100,000 Safely Capped. A big win this day in a big 11-horse field. Here's the start.
Yeah, check her at the break. Just kind of pinched back. The horse to her inside.
She's last
stumbled.
Right now.
Yeah, she's last. She gives up quite a bit in a big, gaudy field there. What was there? There was 11 horses in there, big field, and is able to recover. Showed speed enough to get within contention, only about 4.5, 5 out of it when they leave the far turn, and neat supervision is going to be able to sustain. Philanthropic was a horse that took some play, showed some speed up in New York, showed it again this time. Victim of Love, she's back in today. She's certainly going to be a pace factor, I believe, in the What a Summer this afternoon, but needs supervision. Gave up all that early, and look at the sheer utter determination to sustain a run, go by about 4 wide, and she's going to go ahead and widen by 3 1/4 when it's all said and done. She just got no flow last time up in New York. Caught a pretty strong group, a field of 6, Spice Perfection you're seeing in there. She just wasn't able to make that punch. She's going to have some speed to target in here. Hey Mama Luke, Victim of Love, Wildcat Combat. They're all pretty quick, kind of tactical runners, but given a clean break, if she's got them in her sights by the quarter pole, I think she goes by.
Yeah, all right, so we both have her on top. I don't know what she didn't have a real fair shot, I don't think, running back in 8 days up there at Aqueduct against Grade 3 company, kind of throwing her to the wolves there. But now she's coming back, perfect rest, coming back, 6-7 weeks today, running on her home track here at Laurel Park. So Fergal Lynch aboard for that safely kept win. He's back aboard today. He knows this filly, so needs supervision. The one to beat we have on top. The one, Hey Mama Luke, was second in the safely kept, and it came back. Nice allowance win mid-December at Parks. Now this 4-year-old daughter jump starts, running back in about a month for Patricia Farrow. That's a Farrow operation, a sharp barn. They win a lot of races everywhere. Hey Mama Luke's going to be tough, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. She was the one on that video that you saw stumble and had to recover, and she ran quite well. You know, she likes to be right up on the lead. Showed a little different dimension that day. I think that's going to help her. Came right back with a win, another gritty win. She loves a fight on the front end. Wildcat Combat, awfully big effort behind Majestic Reason last time. I'm concerned that extra 16th of a mile she ran so hard off of that couple-month layoff. Is she going to come off of that race just a little bit? Angel of War is going to be my price user. You've got her in the mix. Third off of a layoff, Dirt Sprints. Michael Gorham, 7 for 27. That's pretty good, 26%, and 15 for 27 in the money with a positive ROI over the last couple of years. She really hasn't kind of fired her best shot, but her numbers work. I think she's going to close into this group today.
All right, so a talented 6-horse field and the What a Summer. Real quick rider change on the 6, Last True Love. Make the rider Horacio Caramanos. Let's turn the page here. Race 4 is going to kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. We're building the carryover back up. They hit it a couple days ago for a little over $12,000. So there's the carryover today, a little over $900 for the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That'll start in Race 4. Race 4 also kicks off the middle Pick 4, and you have, 4, 5, 6, 3 stake races of this middle pick 4. 3 races of this middle pick 4 are stake races. Here's your middle pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, $36 ticket, 3 deep. Anna's Bandit, going to take a ton of play. I think she's a little bit vulnerable at a mile. 3, 4, 5 to get you started. Race 5, 2 deep with the 3 and the 9. Clubman, he always gets me. I got a soft spot for Clubman, I guess. Race 6, 2, 4, and 6. Highly competitive fire plug. That might be the best race of the day.
Sure.
Yeah, that is a really good race. 7th race, 2, 3, 6, and 10. I think you've got to spread around a little bit. Quiet Imagination. Yeah, she gets the Lasix on. She's been liking to run second. Is that a trend that's going to continue today? So $36. That's a good base. I had a little bit higher ticket. I wanted to kind of keep it affordable. We'll get you started with that. But feel free to add on at your leisure. If you can grab a couple friends maybe and go for a little bit bigger ticket, I think it's going to be an okay pick, especially if Anna's Bandit doesn't quite get it done in race number 4.
Yeah, she's a monster favorite, and we had some big paying pick 4s yesterday with all those long shots we had here yesterday at Laurel Park. So if yesterday was any indication of what today is, well, look for some long shots. So let's take a look. We have a heavy favorite here in race 4, the $75,000 Geisha Stakes for filly and mares 4 and up, Maryland bred or Maryland sired. We're going a flat mile, scratch the 2 bunting, and also scratch the 7 lay weekend. We have a 4 to 5 morning line favorite in here, the 4 Anna's Bandit. I pick her on top. You pick her third. Let's talk about with the 2 scratches in here. We're now down to a 5-horse field, so we're looking at maybe 3 to 5 probably on Anna's Bandit, 2 to 5?
I'd say in that range, 3 to 5. 12 to 121. That doesn't affect it a ton when you look at kind of add up the points and everything the way it works. So Yeah, I mean, will she get to 2 to 5? I don't know. I can't take her at
3
2
to
to
5.
5.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she's won 6 in a row.
Sure.
She's
Yeah,
won
and she
6
gets
in a
pounded at the windows. Yeah.
She's by Great Notion. That's why she's eligible. She's a West Virginia bred by Jerry Robb, trained by Jerry Robb, owned by Jerry's wife, Gina Robb. No Guts, No Glory Farm. She was the nation's winningest horse last year. She won 9 times from 11 starts, made $400,000. She danced every dance, and she's ready to roll now as a 6-year-old. So she's won 6 in a row, but going 6 furlongs, 6.5, 7 furlongs. She's stretching out to a mile today. She's a closing sprinter. These closing sprinters, they'll fool you all the time. They look like they'll want to stretch out, but then they don't.
Yeah.
She's 0 for 1 at the 1 mile distance. Let's show you her last win, December 7th, in the Politely, going 6 furlongs. Here she is. She's the 3-horse down on the inside this day.
Yeah, the same kind of trip. She has to wait for some room. 2 races back, she was shuffled back and had to regroup to go ahead and make a run, and she did it. And like I say, she's just winning race after race after race. You got to love her. You know, from a betting standpoint, it's tough to take these short odds. That's the only issue. And
Sure.
She's had races, Stan, where she won at 7 furlongs and widening at 7. So can she carry an extra furlong? Probably, but I got to look a little bit elsewhere for a little bit more value. Look at this thing. She just finds her way. She knows where the hole is. She goes, grabs the seam, the X-Man. What a tandem these two have become, right? Look at her just saying this is it. You know, she is the one, and she's been phenomenal of late. But this is no knock against Jerry. I've got a great stat for him on I think it's Sunday or Monday's races moving forward. But here's the vulnerability. The last 3 years on the dirt, 1 for 29. And 5 for 29 sprint to route, okay? That's what's got me concerned. That stat there just grabbed me. Hey, they might buck the trend and go 2 for 30 today. You got a good one to try to break the stat.
Sure.
But that's the only thing. I love Anna's Banner. What a tremendous racehorse. I'm going to take a shot with limited view, a 5-year-old mare. We're going to watch her last race if we can, guys.
Sure.
We've got that on December the 21st. And once again, we might be really pushing the boundaries with her, the limitations of the distance limitation. She's gone a mile. Back in the past, she ran second. But you know what? She's older. She had some hiccups along the way. She looks like she's putting it back together. And the way Forrest Boyce got along with her this afternoon and the way she finishes gives me a little bit of hope that she may be able to dictate on the front end. You've got Bunting out, Le Weekend out. They were the 2 main speed threats, I thought. And maybe she can, if she breaks clean again like she did, relaxes, maybe she can just steal away in this Geisha Stakes today and upset Anna's Bandit. 5, 3, 4, and 6. I think No Mo Lady's an improving type. I know she can get the distance. She's a grinder, and she might be sitting in a perfect spot. But there you have it. There's your Geisha.
All right, so I think it's maybe a cold exact, a box 4-5, or maybe it's a cold 4. The limited view is going to be in front. Forrest Boyce with a nice set of hands on a horse. She got along with this mare beautifully last out. They struck up a nice rapport, and she got her to settle and relax. And her best race, her best lifetime number, 77 Buyer, was when she was a good second in the Beyond the Wire going a mile. It was way back in March of 2018. Right. It's still in the form. I remember that race.
I remember that race.
She opened up 5.5 that day, and she might open up 5.5 once again today. Can they catch her? We'll see. Forrest Boyce, the new rider, limited view, got along with her beautifully last out. So she'll be tough. I use her in the exacta. The one Artful Splatter has been on a roll. Nice claim here for Kieran McGee. She's won 3 in a row, but she steps up to Stakes Company today.
Yeah, and she's done her best running on and off track. We'll see if this track stays fast, what she can do against this kind of company. But once again, they've done a phenomenal job with her off the claim. Enchanted Ghost is another one. She's been close to Anna's Bandit in the past. They renewed their little rivalry. Shifts back up from New Orleans. So interesting little horse race. From a gambling standpoint, I'm trying to get a little bit of price here with the 5 and the 3.
All right, so the Geisha kicks off the pick 6. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, late pick 5 starts with the Jennings, race 5. We'll check it out right after this.
The best bets at Laurel Park are the pick 5s, and we have 2 of them. The early pick 5 starts in race 1 and is a mandatory payout. The late pick 5 is the last 5 races of the day and has carryover potential. Both pick 5s at Laurel Park have an industry low 12% takeout. The pick 5s at Laurel Park, your best bet.
All right, welcome back. Late pick 5 yesterday paid big. Paid what, 3,100?
Yeah, 3,100.
3,100 for the late pick 5 yesterday. So no carryover today. But as always, that industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. That's why the Stronach 5 still paid 1,100 yesterday, because that low 12% takeout. So here we go. Race 5, the $75,000 Jennings Stakes for 4 and up. Maryland bred, Maryland sired, going a flat mile. Scratch the 2 Toughest Ombre, the 4 Tappin' Cat, and the 6 Gisum Jim. So the 2, 4, 6 are out. Still a nice 6-horse field. The 3 Always Mining's going to be a popular favorite in this event. It looks like trainer Kelly Rubley has this 4-year-old, a now 4-year-old. He's making his 4-year-old debut today. A 4-year-old son of State Thirsty. All 7 of his wins right here at Laurel Park. Looks like he's back in top form. Let's show you the last race of his 3-year-old campaign. Second off the layoff, stretching back out to 9 furlongs here in the Native Dancer.
I tell you, Major Cabby was on the lead, dictating that pace. Picked up a little bit around the far turn to the 3/8 and then to the quarter pole. Always Mining was just, look at this, just making a move well in hand, well within himself. Gets the lead, opens up a little bit, but just can't quite hold off Someday Jones, who we kind of liked in that race at a pretty good price, actually, when it was all said and done. But Always Mining, I mean, man, he still held pretty well, all things considered. Now it sets him up. Third off of a little layoff here at a mile distance, in which he likes. So he likes these one-turn races. I think Always Mining, Gisum Jim, I thought was going to be maybe this horse was going to go out and give him a little bit of a target. But now breaking it down, John Jones used to want to go to the front. He's been kind of taking a rating tactic in the 6.5 and 7 furlong race, his most recent race. I don't think either one of them wants to get in a spirited duel. Always Mining might take the initiative in here. And if he does and is able to lope along, he might be just gone.
He was a clear second in that video we just showed. Someday Jones, the winner. That's one tough customer.
Oh, Monongahela was in there. They're good horses. They run, consistently in the higher 90s, right around 100 buyer figures, and Always Mining with a 97 that day. So,
well, how about bonus points coming out of the same race? We both have the same 4 here. Bonus points likes to come late. Fergal Lynch has won a bunch of races on this horse made a bunch of money on this horse for Mike Trombetta. He's won stake races on bonus points. So he needs a little bit of a pace up front, a fast pace up front to run into late. Got up for 4th. Last out behind Always Mining and the Native Dancer.
Yeah, I'll throw Clubman into the mix. I think he can be able to, the shorter field, be able to draft in and get some position. He had some trouble at Charlestown. Interesting move there. But he works for me. He can get this distance. Does he look like he's tailing off? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But you know what? That's going to help your price. I think he bounces back with a decent effort today.
All right, so Always Mining, a 7-time winner here at Laurel Park. You got John Jones, a 9-time winner here at Laurel Park. So some nice horses here. And the Jennings to kick off the late pick 5. Let's turn the page. 3 stake races in the book. Still one more to go, and you mentioned it earlier. I think you're right. I think the Fire Plug, the big feature of the day, the $100,000 Fire Plug, some good wintertime weather Fire Plug. What a stakes horse he was for Bob Kamak and Santos Chavez. He liked the wintertime weather. He won a bunch of stakes in the wintertime, I think, if I remember correctly. So an open $100,000 stake here, 4 and up, 6.5 furlongs, some top sprinters in this race. My top pick in this race, the Maryland bred, the 3-time winner here at Laurel Park, who trains here at Laurel Park, still having fun. I had on top. He's scratched here. He's paying. They're paying to ship up to New York and run up there today. So no, still having fun today. I end up on the 1, Brother Chubb, my top pick. But let's start with the 6, Tis He the One, who's the 7-2 morning line favored in this race with still having fun out. Tis He the One going to be about 5-2, 3-1 probably with the scratches, still having fun. Just my guess. Let's take a look at his last race. He's coming off the layoff, though. That's why I don't pick him on top. Let's show you the race late September in the Shaladon. A big win for trainer Linda Rice and Tis He the One this day.
Yeah, and I tell you, I don't know if he's going to get this kind of trip today. There's not a slew of speed, and they've got to be careful in here. Dupree, Hugh McMahon off the claim, kind of got what he wanted. A little bit of a paceless race, long may you run. They're 2 price horses that, man, if either one of them sneak away, I think, they could be dangerous. I'm going to use them underneath the exactas. But Tis He the One, freshened up. He just loves Laurel Park, right? 6-year-old started 11 times, 5 wins right here at Laurel, okay? This horse rolls
Sharp
late.
win.
A good bullet work to lead into this, kind of geared down the final, about 30 yards there for Trevor. He's got enough tactical speed, I think, against this group to be within range turning for home and get it done. It's a highly competitive group. Not a whole lot separating these horses. Very similar running styles. So you're in for a good one here in the fire plug. I'm going to throw Arch Cat into the mix. Big effort behind 3-5 India last time out. And I think the extra 16th of a mile here, we're going to 6.5 today in the fire plug, could really work to his advantage. Took some play. Let's watch that last race, December the 28th. And that rail was playing good yesterday around the turn at Laurel. You wanted to kind of be inside. We'll see if the trend holds true this afternoon. But Archcat was able to kind of steadily matriculate up to contention, saving ground every step of the way around the turn. Now, listen, he had to be ridden to do it, but he was able to get to the outside. 3-5 India was able to open up, and he looks like he's gone here, right? The Peter Miller shipper from California. Heavy favorite there at 1-2. But Archcat, man, he didn't have anything to do with it. He was going to keep on coming from between horses. Like, only going to get beat by 3/4 of a length. Archcat, look at the form this horse is in right now. He is just makes a strong run, gobbling up ground the last 16th of a mile. He's going to be tough from off the place. And do you have Honor of the Fleet into the mix at all, Stanley, here?
The 4-horse for Centron Abatrani, no, but he had a big sharp win late November. But it's a tough race. But back to your top pick, Tiz, he the one, a lightly raced 6-year-old. He's only run 11 times. All 5 of his wins have been right here at Laurel Park. We haven't seen him since that win we showed you there in the Chaladon last September. Been trained. Why not leave him here and let him train here? He wins all his races here. But only 3 recent works up there on the Belmont training track. Now he ships down here and just catches a real tough group like Archcat, the 2, who I have in the exacta. But I have the 1, Brother Chubb on top here from Michael Moore, Julian Pimentel, to ride this 8-year-old who's made over $500,000, a 16-time winner. Look at the career. Look at the campaign he had last year as a 7-year-old, and he had a break. He had all summer off. He came back in the fall with 2 big wins. Went down to Gulfstream, won the Claiming Crown Express down there with a big 90 Buyer speed figure. He's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. A big win over 3s, over Deuces, and Showalter against 3 other than back in early November coming off the layoff. So I have him on top. You pick him a little bit as well.
I mean, just. If you could hit the all button here, why not? I think everybody's got a chance.
Honor the Fleet, you mentioned.
Honor the Fleet's a horse that's got talent, back talent. He came back and was able to nurse it on the front at 7.5. But I don't think he necessarily needs to lead. But, I mean, he really didn't even get asked till the top of the stretch last time. So, tremendous horse race. Gotta love Brother Chubb. All these horses, man. There's a cool group of runners here in race 6.
Oh yeah, just take out the 3. Still having fun. Still a good 7-horse field in the fire plug to kick off the late pick 4. Race 7 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 40,000 3-year-old fillies. I go with the 3, Quiet Imagination on top. 3-year-old daughter of Imagining. Homebred here for Harry Cassup and Tim Woolley. She's run, I think, 4 encouraging races. Beaten favored last out, but a real big second at this level. Going 6 furlongs. She's been second her last 3 starts at this level. Now she gets first-time Lasix. Jevion Toledo will ride. You had that nice big price winner on top yesterday that was getting first-time Lasix.
Italia Ladybug.
Ran 2 races and didn't finish at all.
Right.
And then boom, right to the winner's circle yesterday. So I think the first-time Lasix is going to help the 3, Quiet Imagination, my top pick here.
Yeah, you wonder. I mean, now into the 5th start, but hey, I'm not a trainer. But yeah, it might help her here, move her up a little bit. They ran the same day, her and the 2, Queen of Tomorrow, similar times, 1:11 and 4, just beating a little bit there. These 2 horses proven, so we've got some firsters in here that could have a shot to wake up and maybe upset the apple cart. I go to the far outside here. Jeremiah O'Dwyer with David A. Ross, isn't it? Stable with a Cairo Prince out of a Macho Uno mare. Second Dan was a grade 3 stakes winner. Two Sibs the race. They run fast. They got some fast runners in here. Maybe wants a little bit more ground. But why not? I think you're going to get a square price on this horse. And the 6, Be Good for Rodney Jenkins. We've seen this family here, Stan. The siblings, It was a great start. Shall try. Bandbox we talk about every day here. He's been very, very good with the sprinters first time out of the box, about 24%. 10-6-3-2 in the 7th.
Oh, yeah, no scratches. Nice big 10-horse field there, race 7. Nice allowance race here. Race 8, first level allowance 4 and up. Going a flat mile, take out the 3, Kenny Shine, and take out the 7, Crush It. Video spotlight here on the 6, Benintendi, your 6-5 morning line favorite for Brittany Russell. Let's show you the race mid-December after the big maiden score. He was a heavy favorite against Allowance Company, and it had to break from the 1 hole, going 7 furlongs, and got in a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, he just never really was able to get comfortable. Down inside at the 7/8 distance, not the easiest spot to come out of. He's had to be kind of used to stay within contention, eases out, finds a little bit of traffic, has to work between horses here. And this is a day we don't know where this race came from because Marco Island bounced off the face of the earth, Stan. He came back, remember, the other day at a shorter price and didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah, so was that just an aberration? But Benintendi still giving effort, shifts off the inside for the final 16th of a mile. I think this horse is going to stretch out just fine. So Benintendi for me with a clear trip. Bobby G, you got to love him. He doesn't miss a dance. All he does is run hard. He's back in 13 days, and that was just an unbelievable stretch run he and Sparty had last time out. Did it just take a little bit out of him? But it's one of these two for me. Absolved, might complete your trifecta at a short price, or even the 2 over Sensual. Juan Vasquez. How about Juan Vasquez's horse yesterday? That 3-year-old that galloped. Bodie Flex ran an 80 buyer yesterday.
Yeah, son of Bodie Meister run big. All right, so nice allowance race here. Race 8, we like the same 3 on top. Here we go. Race 9, it's Quinella time in race 9. Low 10% takeout on the Quinella. We have last live race every racing day, the Quinella with that low 10% takeout. Here we go. Race 9, 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 4 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I go with the favorite on top, the 3, all the wrong reasons. First off, the claim for D'Angelo. Charlie Marquez, a 10-pound apprentice, will ride. This horse in good form. Well entered today. Third off the layoff, gets the weight off. Boom, we both have a cold 319 on top.
Yeah, and if this track comes up a little wet, he handled a sloppy sealed surface. Last time, not Indian Ghost, Alpha's test stayed here, transferring to Barna Anthony C. Lynch. You've got Trevor. Maybe the speed of the speed goes ahead and sends, but I think all the wrong reasons with Charlie Marquez can just kind of sit and spy that when he's able to edge on by a late. Bucktooth expects some improvement. Only 3 horses really bet on the line. I've got a 5-2, a 9-5, and a 2-1. Everybody else is up over double digits, and it just doesn't look like any of the other ones. They're going to have to drastically improve, to get it done. I mean, awesome buzz for Kenny Decker. Has got some speed. Will need some help. And the other ones kind of have some hiccups out of the gate. So 3-1-9-7 for me. I'll throw Corrales' horse in there as a bomb to maybe help out your superfecta.
All right, we're going to have a bunch of heavy favorites today. Will they win? Or are we going to have blow-ups on the tote board? A bunch of long-shot winners yesterday. We'll see what happens today with the heavy favorites. 4 big stake races for you this afternoon. First race coming up in 25 minutes. Dave Robbins coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.